Batman by Tom King, Part 6. Now we got to the bottom crossover with Batman and Flash. This is Batman 21, 22, Flash 21, 22. It is scripted by King on the Batman issues and Williamson on the Flash issues. The Batman issues are the better ones. King is a better writer. Although I think the plot of this, the outlines probably were made by Jeff Jones with collaborating with King and Williamson. I do think that, for example, we have here Sarah girl and the beginning, and until now, she really has been just a background character for King on his run, and I think she will be still. Yes, she will be kept as that. Keep as that. Maybe she will play a bigger role, but as for now, just a background role. Now, what we have, this is like a continuation of the I Am Trail trilogy has ended, and this seems like a next step. Again, we have Batman doing his investigation on this Watchman bottom discover on the DC Rebirth #1 special. It touches the Medusa mask of the Psycho Pirate, and this happens. We have disappearance of Thomas Wayne, Batman. Bruce is like, what? And what we have, and then is Zoom. And there then starts like a minute of just fighting, while Zoom reading Thomas' letter to Bruce, and they fight. In the end, Zoom wins, takes the bottom, disappears, reappears, but dead. Zoom is dead, Flash arrives and is like, what? The reading experience of this issue is good. Like the amount of text, the way it's distributed, and the paneling, the idea of an action sequence on 1 minute works well. But then we have the Flash issue, and now it gets a little more boring. It has a lot of recap text that is not really useful, and since this issue is since Flash point of view, we got his perspective on this thing, investigation, Batman is injured. He doesn't tell him all the truth. But in the end, they will go in this treadmill to search for whatever happened, the cause, and they get sidetracked, ending on the Flashpoint timeline of this Earth. And here Bruce meets his parent, his father, Thomas. Again, the outline, it's like, okay, on the crossover it has some interest, but the script itself, it drags a little on this one. Again, we have King. King, it's a better writer. Example, in just one page, he recaps what happened on Flashpoint, what it is important of Flashpoint to this story. And again, it gets more fun to read when the recap is done well. For the ones who don't know what haven't read Flashpoint, for example. Okay, this issue is this meeting. The Flashpoint timeline wasn't destroyed like it seemed it was on the Flashpoint event. And here's Amazon's attack, Atlanteans attack, and the Wayne Mansion. They fight, and seems like the universe is being destroyed this time. They have to run. And here Thomas is like, Bruce, you don't have to be Batman, don't be Batman. And he stays to defend the house, his home. Here's like some dramatic moment of the past. The two of them remember. Seems like he will his last sacrifice, and they get to Zoom, and Zoom is like not listening. He thinks it's a big thing. Again, good issue, and conversation between Thomas and Bruce. Now the final issue has this Jay Garrick cover. Jay Garrick doesn't exist on the universe, this DC Universe timeline. The JSA doesn't exist, just the Justice League. We have here they are trying to stop Twain. Twain is like, oh no, I don't want to live, don't want to die, and he dies. He didn't listen. Go back to the end, don't know who did it. They have to escape, Batman and Flash. And here appears Jay Garrick saving them. And they seem to know him, but like in a Wally West style, but Flash doesn't really know him too well. In the end, Jay Garrick again disappears. And they are left with more questions than answers. The important stuff for the Batman storyline is here. Bruce thinking about not being Batman and searching for happiness. For example, this page works really well. It isn't oversaturated with elements, so you can easily read it. It seems it fits more with what King was doing. While we have here Bruce thinking about this, what he was told by his father, and doesn't responding to the signal. Well, in the end, we have this Dr. Manhattan hand picking up the button, and here is like a trailer for Doomsday Clock coming on 2018. If you're reading Tom King's Batman, it is crucial to read this. If you're not reading Tom King's Batman, it is a so-so crossover. It is not really that good on the way it was handled, because it didn't really happen anything of interest or impact. I mean, yes, what happened between Thomas and Bruce, of course, it was of impact, but to the Batman series, not as a self-contained crossover. It is not self-contained. It is, if you read DC Rebirth 1, you wanted this to happen. Now, I read this, and it is disappointing because it's just a trailer for Doomsday Clock. And that's... Okay, spoiler alert, I read Doomsday Clock at the time. I didn't read the bottom. And you can read Doomsday Clock perfectly. You cannot read this, and you will still understand. So it is unnecessary as a crossover. I think this could have been 2 issues on Batman, really well told, compacted, and that is all this should have been. Now, as I was reading it, of course, it got some interest, in reads well, but after reading it, it could have been just 2 issues of Batman. it isn't really that important to Flash, or maybe it is because of Zoom, but it is a weird crossover. It is not like a recommended read. It is a recommended read if you are reading Tom King's Batman run. I don't know if for Flash it is recommended, but as a crossover, as a standalone, as another chapter in the Destin River one, the bottom of the clock, it is really unnecessary. That's that's my opinion. The art, it's great. Favok, I really like him. It's like a David Finch, but a lot better. Howard Porter is bearable, but not of my liking really. But yeah, that's it. What was important, the Thomas Wayne interaction with Bruce, and how that will have maybe affect him, considering all he has been through on the I Am trilogy. We'll continue on next videos.